the 40.
He's coming. You got double up. Come on, let's go.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Here we go. Flex round.
Dobbs is throwing. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Detroit! Here we go, Detroit! No.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Back up, 10. Under 10. Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Back that, Good.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
That is caught at the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding of how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. I mean, you've got a guy that high, playing that well. Your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. In motion left goes a tight end. 3rd down and goal from the 8. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Hopkins' kick is good. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, or if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Over. Back down Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if this pops up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. In motion left here, Landry. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right near the 27. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep down the field. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Patriot! Patriot! Hurry up, here we go! Detroit! Detroit!
And to give this time to the tailback. And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Flex round! Come on, flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again, it's Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. A number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Elliott think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Showed off the power, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. Aguilar has it. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.